What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, man. So a quick little update on my iPad and basically iPadOS 13 altogether. Now, a couple days ago, I talked about, how iPadOS is kind of weird, but I kind of had to put in perspective that it was a beta, and even though I say it in every video, I kind of forgot about it while I was making that title. But with beta 2 now, which was the update that came out a couple days ago, I think a week ago, the main things that were wrong with beta 1, they kind of went ahead and fixed it with beta 2. The main things that I kind of wanted to hit on were that kind of the stability and like the bug fixes, and that's what beta 2 pretty much brought to the table. Now, the main thing I want to hit on is that the widgets thing in the beginning of that video, I made a huge error. You can't actually pin those to the front screen, and it's so easy. You just have to. The weird thing is though with beta 2 though is that when you're in landscape mode, you can't click the edit button. There's no edit button to edit the widgets. You have to go and like change the iPad back to portrait mode and then go swipe to the left and then click edit. So I don't know why that's not there. So maybe they can fix that in the future, but you can go and hit edit there and then click pin to the tabs on the main screen, and that's pretty much that. So really cool. I don't know how I missed that in the beginning with, but I'm so glad that that was already there from the beginning with. Now, there's still bugs with iPadOS 13, but eventually when we do get the official version, even towards the last couple betas, it's pretty much going to be streamlined. It's going to be pretty solid. But on my first gen iPad Pro 9.7 inch, this one came out over 3 years ago, it handles iPadOS beta very well. And just imagining that, these first couple betas are going to be probably the worst iPadOS is going to be, just imagining what the last couple betas and then eventually the official version, how stable that's going to be, is going to be amazing, because even these betas, it's running very well on my iPad Pro. Now, scrolling through things and everything is just fine. I really like having multiple instances of one app. I think that's really cool. So you can have like Safari on one end and then another Safari on the other end. So if you're a student, you can go and use Google Docs on one thing and be able to edit things, and then on the other one you can have your notes up, and you can be able to do that if everything you use with is through Safari. So that is really cool. I used to have Safari and Chrome, but now I kind of just went ahead, deleted Chrome, just use Safari now, because before you couldn't have multiple instances of Safari. So I had to use Safari and then Chrome in order to whatever. You guys don't even care, but that's a really cool thing I like. And just kind of talking about the overall performance, scrolling through things and everything like that is just fine. I think the overall performance has been fast, but I also think at the same time it's been a little glitchy. And again, I'm going to say this, but this is a beta, so keep that in mind. But what that basically means is that, the iPad is not slow. I honestly think it's actually faster than what it was on iOS 12, but it does stutter every once in a while, a little bit more than what it was on iOS 12. But I don't think it's a big deal, since the future updates will go ahead and fix that. But even the stutteriness, it's not even that noticeable. It's not like things are being thrown out of everywhere and like apps aren't even opening or anything like that. So ultimately, I don't think it's that big of a deal. There's been a ton of features added, and I think a lot of you guys want a little update. When I play Fortnite, it hasn't crashed on me again. So before on beta 1, when I was playing it, it went ahead and crashed, which was super weird. I don't know why that happened. But now on beta 2, I did the same thing and it did not crash on me, so that's a good sign. So if you're a person who plays Fortnite, then that's not going to be a problem anymore, hopefully. And I just love all the features and everything that they added within iPadOS. You have dark mode, you have access to external storage by plugging in through even the lightning port. Even on my over 3-year-old iPad, you can still use most of the features that all the new iPad Pros that cost so much more have access to, and that is so amazing that Apple did that. So ultimately, I think even for a beta, this is very solid, and I now see how this update will probably end up making even older iPads, such as my iPad Pro 9.7 inch, or even iPads like the iPad Pro 10.5 inch, or even the first gen iPad Pro 12.9 inch, even the iPad Air 2. I need to get my hands on one again, but I can only imagine how this will make even those older iPads so much better, and have, maybe even replace computers for a lot of people who don't have access to a MacBook or Windows or whatever. So that's pretty much what I wanted to hit on. There's a quick little update with iPadOS 13. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it'll mean so much if you guys could hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I would really appreciate it if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.